A senior from Media, Pennsylvania, number 3, Caitlin Clark. A sophomore from Silver Spring, Maryland, number 13, Crystal Jones. A senior from Elkton, Maryland, number 21, Taylor Samuels. A senior from Newark, Delaware, number 33, Bridget McLaughlin. A senior from Lansdale, Pennsylvania, number 50, Cassidy Quattro. The Shoremen are coached by Alicia Mosley, which is assisted by Jackie Austin and Julie Carter. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Swarthmore Garnet. First off, the senior from Syosset, New York, number 11, Lizzie Stiles. A freshman from York, Pennsylvania, number 12, Colleen Anderson. A freshman from York, Pennsylvania, number 15, Dana Pandoric. A senior from Wilton, Connecticut, number 20, Christina Holmgren. And a junior from Madison, Wisconsin, number 33, Kendall Tribute. Swarthmore is coached by Candy Simona. She is assisted by Ryan McCoskey and Nana Akatobi.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Garnet Sports Network, the second game of our basketball doubleheader here tonight between the Garnet and the Washington College Shorewomen. If you missed game one of this doubleheader in an absolute thriller, the Garnet men's basketball team took down the Shoremen 68-56, at one point trailed by 14 in the first half, came roaring back in the second as they stayed perfect. The number one team in the nation there, opening up their conference slate with a win, going to 5-0 overall. Time for women's basketball now. Jacob Brady on the call here from Tarbell Pavilion. Tough opponent in the Washington College Shorewomen, 4-1 overall. Already 2 games in the books in conference play as Ben Durick wins the tip for the Garnet. A 55-67 loss they're coming off of at Ursinus. Came last Thursday. Stiles opening up the game with a 3 and hits it. Beat Muhlenberg in their conference opener 50-46. They're 4-1 overall. Caitlin Clark, number 3 in black. She's down low against Stiles. Leading the way, 14.8 points a game, 9.2 points for Emily Kramer. On the other side for the Garnet, it's been all Dana Bandurek to start off the season. Leading scorer for the Garnet, averaging 13 points a game. Also 8.5 rebounds, has played some fantastic defense. Kendall Tribute also averaging just over 10.5 points a game, also 7.5 boards. Poked away from Tribute there, and going the other way quickly comes Taylor Samuels. Garnet coming off a couple of consecutive losses. First of those, or the most recent of those, I should say, was to Gettysburg on Saturday night in the conference opener. Lost that game 50-61, but were very competitive throughout against a Gettysburg team that made the Centennial Conference and NCAA tournament last year. Also, an 11-point loss to Widener coming last Wednesday. But still very competitive throughout that game. A lot of that due to the efforts of Dana Bandurek. Here's Anderson on the wing into Holmgren. Kicks out to Stiles. Baseline 2 in now. Samuels rebounds it, and Washington quickly goes the other way. Jones is going to pull it back, pass to the corner. A three is good from Bridget McLaughlin. Early 5-2 lead for the Shore women. Last year, the Garnet opened up conference play against the Shore women, went down to Chestertown, Maryland, lost that game 51-55, and then later in February, lost at home, got blown out, I should say, 39-71. Tribu's foot on the line as she knocks down the jumper, good for two. That was amidst a double-digit losing streak. But they're looking to come out tonight, should be competitive with this Shore women team. Samuels got it. Top of the key, pass to nobody except Kendall Tribu. Styles quickly the other way, trying to get it to Van Durek in transition. She saved it, but right to a Shore woman. Tribu called for the block as McLaughlin caught it ahead. Goes center to the line to shoot a couple. And Washington with some early substitutions here. Maddie Williams and Emily Kramer into the game. Less than 3 minutes elapsed here. McLaughlin good on her first. Comes into this game shooting .650 from the free throw line. Twine on the second as well. Early lead for the Shore women. Styles, the ball handler. Ben Durek looking for a pass. Now she'll put it on the ground. Into the hands of Tribu. Steps over, lines up a two, and hits. Tribu, couple of buckets to open up this game. Clark finds Quattro. Kicks it out, McLaughlin, a three. Way off the mark, but an offensive board for Williams. Quattro drives and got fouled. Based on her facial expression there, I think she is surprised by that call, as it looks like she had lost the ball. Take another look here at that Tribu. Two-pointer just steps around a defender, finds an open look at the basket. Abby Perrone into the game. She scored 14 points in the loss to Gettysburg, most of those coming, or half of those, to be precise, coming from the free throw line. So Quattro bailed out by the foul call, and they're actually going to call it a shooting foul. So she shoots a pair, makes them both. Styles, pressure from Clark, the full 94 feet. And now the Garnet settle into their half-court offense. Anderson. Still with it, finds Bandurek. She drives, a layup for Dana Bandurek. An efficient scorer, sitting right around 600 from the field. Yet to shoot a three-pointer this season. Kramer over to Clark. McLaughlin steps around Perrone, tries to go through the contact of Anderson, and Quattro's go lose it out of bounds. Garnet ball, Anderson to inbound. Brian McCloskey, the assistant coach for the Garnet, a recent graduate of Washington, was a 4-year student assistant on the basketball team there. Perhaps familiar with some of the tricks of the Shoreland team. Clark goes all the way and finishes with a layup on the other end. Styles out to Holmgren. Kicks out to Perone. Long two for her. Hits. Garnet making their jumpers count so far. Kramer straight away. Inside looking for Jones. Gets it back. Clark pulls it out. Clark, shot clock winding down. Jacks up at 2, in and out. Quattro, couple second chance shots. Can't hit either of them. Perone able to save it. Styles up the floor. Van Durek, not much off-ball cutting for her. Perone, taken away by Quattro. Goes straight ahead to Jones. She lays it in. 3-point lead for Washington. Styles trying to get it inside to Anderson. Instead it's tipped away by Jones. Clark brings the other way, finds Jones. She drives in, pulls up, and gets the bucket. Shore Women extending their lead here. Van Durek on the drive, tough shot off the mark. 2-on-1, right to Jones, easy layup for her. 7-point lead for Washington. Swarthmore calls timeout. Shore Women with the 17-10 lead. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. That lead in big part due to their transition offense. 6 fast break points so far, 4 of them coming from Crystal Jones, out rebounding the Garnet as well. 6-1 right now, including 3 offensive boards. Isabel Ewert into the game as the ball handler. Anderson got caught distracted there. Jones the other way. Can't finish. Jump ball. Possession arrow to Washington. And it's Jones with the hustle there to save the possession. Papke will come into the game. She's been a threat from beyond the arc this season, hitting 40% of her three-pointers. They go in for Kramer. Off of a pick, well short. Somebody might got a piece of it. Ewert the other way. Cronin. Ewert finds an open. Cronin banks it home. McLaughlin goes inside. Van Durek gets the steal. Been such a great two-way player for the Garnet this season. Ewert on the drive. Shut down by Clark. Senior out of Media, Pennsylvania. Papke. Shot clock winding down. Ewert pulls up and hits on the jumper. Washington's going to call a timeout. The Garnet making the most of their field goal attempts so far. 7 of 10 from the field. Haven't attempted a three-pointer yet. Washington still with the one possession lead now. Garnet trying to rebound after a 3-22 season last year. New leadership in the form of Candace Senior Brown. Her first season with the Garnet after coming down from Vassar. And based on the way that the Garnet have played to start off this season, they've been very competitive in games against tough opponents. You can see that the process of the turnaround has truly begun. Helps that they've brought in some talented freshmen. Jones on the drive. She'll go to the line to shoot a couple. Cronin called for the block. Quattro will come back in. Jones hits on her first 5 points now.
Correction foul number 23, Aaron Cronin.
Good on her second as well. Inbound goes to Ewert. Papke goes inside. Perrone viciously blocked by Jones. Garnet maintained possession. Papke out to Bandurek. Shot clock did not reset. Bandurek gets into trouble, able to find Cronin, and she walked. And Coach Brown calling for a foul. It looked like Cronin got hit across the arm, and they will overturn the call. So it is indeed a foul on Washington. Discussion down at the scores table. So shot clock will go to 7. Good ball movement from the Garnet. Papke, shot clock winding down, launches a 3 off the mark. Pulled down by Martin. McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to back her way in on Papke. Needs a cutter. That's a great find. But good defense from the Garnet. And a foul called. Loose ball against Mochi. And it'll be Garnet possession. 21 seconds left in the first quarter. They trail by 5. Perrone. Pressure. Ewert in the corner. Steps into a 2. Launches and hits. And time will expire in the first quarter. It's a 3-point lead for the Shore women, but the Garnet shooting it well right now. They're 8 of 13 from the field, but still trail by 3. We'll take the break.
Division III schools offer academic scholarships instead of athletic scholarships. This really puts the focus that the student athlete needs to maintain that GPA.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III. A lot of people pick schools just based on the sport and don't get that experience.
Being a Division III athlete and developing my leadership skills has definitely put my name out there and helped me get more recognition on campus, but more recognition nationwide. I did win the Jostens Trophy, which is based on leadership, academics, and then how well you do on the court.
I'm also the Schwartz Scholar of my class. Schwartz Scholarship is basically a scholarship that is given to a student who's identified as a likely leader.
In the end of the day, it won't matter how they play on the field, it will matter how they do in the classroom.
Three-point lead for the Shore women after the first quarter. Leading the way for them so far, Crystal Jones with 6 points. Bridget McLaughlin with 5 on the other side for the Garnet. 6 players with their name on the stat sheet so far. Kendall Tribute and Isabel Ewert with 4 apiece. Lobbed up for Quattro, can't make the layup. Cronin the board. Ewert goes quickly the other way. Ahead to Perrone. Now the Garnet settle it down. Papke to Perrone. Shot clock down to 7. Cronin drives in, the reverse. Blocked, but she got fouled. It's going to go against Taylor Samuels, hitting Cronin on the hand there. Cronin good on the first. Comes into the game 3 for 3 from the foul line on the season. Misses that one. Drop her to 4 for 5. Clark quickly the other way. Jones in the corner. Drives baseline. Pushed by Perrone.
Swarthmore foul number 22, Abigail Perrone. Her first, team first.
Clark gets the inbound to Samuels. They go inside. Quattro kicks out. Clark left open for the 3. Can't hit. Cronin in position. Ewert. Perrone on the wing. Tries to drive, gets fouled.
And check foul on number 13, Crystal Jones. Her first, team second.
Inbounded to Ben Durick, and Clark read that perfectly, shoots the gap, and goes the other way for a layup. Coast to coast gives Washington a 4-point lead. Cronin straight away, over to Perrone. Papke in the corner, she'll shoot, little strong. Jones. Quattro throws it away.
Into the game for the visitors, number 14, Emily Kramer. And back in for Swarthmore, number 20, Christina Colbert. Also checking in for Washington, number 1, Lizzie Hudak.
Ewert up the floor. Holmgren back into the game for the Garnet. Ewert launches a 3. Halfway down, but out. Helms the other way. Clark. Samuels finds Helms on the wing, looking for some cutters. Shot clock at 6. Clark trying to drive, runs into a couple of bodies, and Papke called for the foul.
Swarthmore foul number 23, Aaron
So they'll call it on Cronin.
second, team second. After shooting 2.
Coach Brown trying to say they stayed vertical there, but referee signaling that Cronin just with a little bump of the hips, they tried to close the gap on Clark there. Takes a couple of rolls and in on the second. Lead up to 6. Holmgren finds Perrone. And Cronin walked with it. Garnet shooting themselves in the foot a couple times. And turnovers giving Washington a chance to keep pushing their lead. Helms to Samuels. Way off on the layup from Huddock. Ebert up the floor. Ewert to Holmgren, long two, misses short. Cronin there. Perrone into trouble, throws it away. Clark quickly the other way, a 2-on-1 to Huddock. Misses on the layup. Skip pass looking for Ewert. It's over her head. Tribute back into the game. It has been a long rest for her. Styles as well. So Garnet looking to get something going on offense after a drought here. Only 3 points scored in the first just under 5 minutes of the second quarter. Out of bounds goes Washington's way. Get it into Helms. Quattro finds the shooter. And Kramer knocks down the three. Tribute. Trying to drive, spins her way in, can't get it to roll home. The rims have been unforgiving today. We saw a lot of layups in the men's game earlier where the ball sort of rolled around a couple times and then fell off. Not getting shooters' rolls today. Styles. Now Perrone, Quattro with the help defense. Holmgren goes baseline, finds Anderson. Perrone steps into a long two and hits. Not a particularly high percentage look, but the Garnet have been knocking them down tonight. It's a good drive, just can't finish at the end from Williams. Shot clock violation. Ball back to the Garnet. Nine turnovers for the Garnet so far as compared to 3 for the Shore women. Really just unforced errors so far that have helped give Washington the 7-point lead. Anderson walked. Jones, McLaughlin, and Clark all back into the game. Clark across the timeline. Clark, extra pass, and McLaughlin with the travel. Styles. Anderson gets it to Tribute, in and out of her hands. Styles, nearly with the steal on Clark. And Holmgren, great steal there. Deflects that ball away. Styles quickly up the floor. Foot on the line, hits the 2. Quattro. Jones on the wing. Drives past Styles. Clark, tough shot. Holmgren in the board. Styles the other way. It's good defense from Clark, nearly forcing a turnover. Perrone. Anderson looking inside for Styles. It's read well by Jones. Left wide open for the layup is Moki. Washington calls timeout. 30-second timeout for them. Really, the turnover racking up for the Garnet, 12 of them. And Washington has turned that into 13 points. So they've just limited the mistakes, forced them from the Garnet. 8 fast break points now. Transition offense continuing to work for the Shore women. Rebounding has been a little better in the second quarter for the Garnet. Now only trail 14-11 in that mark. And the difference really the ability to get to the line. Washington 8 for 8 on free throws compared to the Garnet's 1 for 2. There's 7 points right there. 1:15 on the clock. 7-point deficit for the Garnet. Bandurek got fouled. Might have shuffled her feet at the end there. Styles to inbound it from the baseline. Finds Perrone. Styles waiting, trying to get around Clark. Bandurek inside. She's been kept quiet. Papke, the 3 way off. It's been a quiet night so far for Bandurek. Usually the 2-way star for the Garnet. Only 2 field goal attempts so far, and only good on one of them. Styles. Patient, throws it away. Couldn't connect with Bandurek. And the sloppy play continues from the Garnet. Clark. Washington will have the last shot here. Clark, patient. Samuels, a good look at it, can't hit. And time will expire in the half, but Washington, a 7-point lead, up 28-21, not shooting the ball particularly well. Only 34.6% from the field. Garnet, 10 of 20, good for 50% from the field, but the difference can be seen in the mistakes. 13 turnovers for the Garnet, only 7 for Washington. They've turned those 13 turnovers into 13 points. They lead 28-21 in their third game of conference play. We'll step away, be back in about 15 minutes for second half action here from Tarbell Pavilion. You're watching women's basketball on the Garnet Sports Network.
It goes back to our origins as an institution committed to serving the common good. We come together to work, to study, because we believe it can have an impact on the world beyond the campus.
People aren't just one thing. They're not just students, they're not just athletes, they're not just activists.
Everyone has something that they're passionate about, something that distinguishes them.
SWAT calls you out on your opinions and your beliefs. People are okay with saying, no, I disagree with you and I want to have a productive conversation with you.
People are really invested in learning for the pure joy of it.
People just have a social conscious sense to impact the world and try and make it a better place.
Your academic life and your social life overlap completely. It's the people that make the place for me.
And I get a huge sense of joy from those conversations that last way longer than you think. And the conversation just changes your entire perspective on something.
Swarthmore has changed me in ways that I haven't even begun to contemplate yet.
No matter what I end up doing, I have a commitment to social justice and social change.
My ultimate goal is to use my knowledge in the real world to actually try to make the world a little bit of a better place.
The liberal arts is a profoundly optimistic way to view the world, and I think it sets you up for a lifetime of engaging with the world and with other people.
Whether they are humanists or scientists or social scientists, Swarthmore students believe in bringing the full power of their intellect and the passion of their spirit to contribute to the larger society. This is the time to celebrate the value of a Swarthmore education and the value of a liberal arts education to democratic society.
28-21 lead for the Shore women coming out of the first half. Only shooting 9 of 26 from the field. Garnet 10 of 20, but just committing a lot of mistakes. Bandurek trying to pass it into Styles. Clark, and then Jones able to secure it. Brings it up the floor. Bandurek on her. Ball over the top to Clark. Thought about the shot, instead the pass to McLaughlin. Through contact there. Still loose, out of bounds. It's going to be Garnet ball going the other way. Tribute. Holmgren pass inside. Styles has to cut out. Long two for Tribute off the rim. Clark in transition trying to pass it to Jones. Instead it goes right to Tribute. Bandurek in transition. Tough layup for her. Styles. Second chance for the Garnet. Anderson left open, steps over for a three and got whacked. Nice step over to open up that shot, but Crystal Jones swipes at her arm. It's going to send Anderson to the line. She'll have 3 shots. Chance to cut the deficit to 4. She's good on her first. First free throws of the season for the freshman. Guard out of York, Pennsylvania, attended DeLone Catholic. She hits on all 3. Garnet, full court look. McLaughlin able to shake free, gets it to Quattro. Jones left open, rattles home a 3. Tribute long 2. Bounces away. Bandurek the pass to Holmgren. Baseline jumper is good. Bandurek, a great steal. Here she goes. Dana Bandurek, coast to coast, gets the layup. And it's a 1-possession deficit for the Garnet. That's going to force a timeout out of Alicia Mosley. We'll take the break. It's been defense that's really been the catalyst for the Garnet offense this season. Bandurek, who had been held to a quiet night so far, gets a steal and then goes coast to coast, finishing with a layup on the other end. 4 points for her. Couple of steals as well. Nearly got a hand on that inbound pass. Quattro. Skip pass. A 3 in and out. Went halfway down from Emily Helms. Styles, she'll pull up. A 3, it's good! Tie game at 31. The Garnet come roaring back after trailing by 7 at the half. They break the high press. Jones on the wing. Anderson nearly getting a hand in there. Entry pass, Quattro trying to brack her way in, spins off the rim. Bandurek quickly ahead. Now pulls it back for Holmgren. Garnet set up in their half court. Tribute from the wing, inside, Bandurek through the contact, finishes. And the Garnet have their first lead since the opening minute of this game when they went up 2-0. Jones sets it up for the Shore women. Skip past Jones, open for a three, hits again. Offense running through her tonight, 12 of the 34 points for Washington. Tribute. Styles inside to Bandurek. Gets the foul. She's been a poor free throw shooter this season, 7 of 17. But a chance to take back the lead now for the Garnet. And she's good on her first. Leaves the second, short, Styles gets the board. And she got fouled. Cassidy Quattro called for the push. Holmgren had space there, instead chose to pass. Shot clock down to 7. Bandurek catches it in traffic, foul on the floor. Four fouls now on the Shore women. On the next foul, Garnet will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Holmgren off the mark on the 2. Styles, pressure on Williams. She gets across the timeline. Bandurek, the steal again. Styles passes to Holmgren, and now she throws it away. Off the hands of Jones. Quattro inside, the bump from Holmgren. Send her to the line, shoot a couple. Leaves the first short. Second rolls home. 1 point lead for Washington. Samuels back into the game. Inbounds nearly caught Styles by surprise. Perrone drives in, tries to bank it off the glass. Styles the board. Shot clock down to 5. Bandurek trying to get inside, lays it home. She has come alive in this third quarter. Inside to Samuels. Good defense by Holmgren. Styles is fouled by Quattro. She'll shoot a couple. Second personal on Quattro. Styles hits her first. Can't hit the second, though. Jones ahead, now off to McLaughlin. Jones around the edge, got blocked by Bandurek. Off in transition, Styles. Home grid, inside Bandurek, banks it home. 11 points now for Dana Bandurek. Get the football pass to Jones. McLaughlin, tough shot, rolls around in and out. Quattro goes up for it, gets blocked, and the turnover goes the Garnet's way. Perone from the wing. Garnet needs some off-ball movement. Styles. Inside to Holmgren, skip pass, Tribute the three. Back iron. Williams holds it. Trying to drive around Bandurek. She'll be called for the foul. Reach in gives her her first of the night. Cronin into the game. McLaughlin too strong. Jones the rebound, gets blocked by Tribute. Still fighting for the loose ball. Styles gets it and then throws it right back to Jones. A fresh 30 for Washington. Clark from the wing. Aggressive defense from Styles. Nice step, but way off on the layup. Tribute. And Coach Senor Brown able to call a timeout. Garnet have come roaring back in this third quarter. They trailed 28-21 at the half. Outscored Washington 18-7. Full timeout on the floor. We'll step away. Styles brings it up the floor out of the timeout. Minute 45 left in this third quarter. Tribute pulls it out to the perimeter, into traffic, nearly rolls home. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Samuels with the personal. Tribute good on her first. Six of 10 from the line this season. Make that 7 for 11. Garnet full court pressure. McLaughlin breaks it, goes right ahead, can't hit, grabs her own miss, goes right up with it. Cronin pulls it down. And she shuffled her pivot foot. So the turnover goes right back to Washington. McLaughlin steps into a two. Tribute pulls it down. Perone. Way too strong. Styles. Did she get? That's no, it's going to be Washington ball. McLaughlin up the floor. Jones drives into the contact from Holmgren. She'll shoot a couple. 40 seconds on the clock. As Quattro checks back in. Last time the Garnet beat Washington came back on November 22nd of 2016. Bridget McLaughlin had 9 points in that game. Cassidy Quattro had 15. Taylor Samuels had 8. Caitlin Clark only 1 coming from the free throw line. Garnet only players around back then, Lizzie Stiles and Abby Perone. Stiles had a couple of points. Perone had 5, leading the way that night. Lindsay O'Sullivan with 16 and Maggie O'Neill with 14. Melanie Ackerman also with 14. A couple of throwbacks there. Clark up the floors. Jones left open for the 3. She knocks it down. Garnet will have one last chance as the clock runs. A 1-point lead right now. Sort of thrown up to no one. Cronin has to shoot it. And the third quarter will come to an end, but the Garnet leading by 1. Decisive fourth quarter coming up. You're watching women's basketball on the Garnet Sports Network.
For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that.
It's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that with what we were given comes a special obligation.
Our obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn that in giving, we receive so much more in return. Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a difference.
The Garnet's last game against Washington ended in a blowout loss, 71-39 here on the Tarble Pavilion floor. That came last January 30th. But they're up by 1 in the fourth quarter, 41-40. The lead in and out of the hands of Jones. Ewert goes the other way with it. Bandurek, a huge third quarter for the Garnet, now leads all Swarthmore scorers with 11 points. Ewert inside for Cronin. Perrone, long two, way off the mark. Holmgren gets it back and lays it home. Clark up the floor now. Jones on the wing. Clark launches a three. Jones gets it back. Clock only resets to 20. Clark into Cronin, but Cronin called for the block. It's going to be her third of the night. Couple of shots for Clark. Hits her first. Shot 20 of 30 from the free throw line this season. Second in and out. Samuels can't finish the putback. Bandurek across the timeline, puts her head down, drives, and is fouled. Quattro with her third foul. Sends Bandurek to the line to shoot a couple. Two for three now from the line. Too strong on the third. Cronin tries to lay it home. Bandurek comes flying in. Can't hit on the layup. Gets her miss back. Misses again. Holmgren fighting for it. Loose ball foul on McLaughlin. Let's go keep it down here. Pardon the foul called on Clark. Quattro is going to come out of the game. So the Garnet get another possession. Into Holmgren. Tipped away from the hands of Bandurek. Clark running the floor, lays it in. Lead back to one for the Garnet. Holmgren. Holmgren spins, tough shot, gets the roll. Holmgren now with 6 points, 6 boards. Bandurek pokes it away, but out of bounds. Tribute and Stiles will come back in. And a 5-second violation. Great defense on the inbounds from Lizzie Stiles. Garnet turned it over a ton in the first half. Turned it down a little bit here, and some turnovers starting now to bite against Washington. Cronin banks it home. Lead now 5 for the Garnet. Jones open in the corner, instead passes it inside, in and out of the hands of Huddock. Another turnover going the Garnet way and a chance to push their lead. Cronin spins, can't hit, but she got hacked. Kramer called for the push, sends Cronin to the line. Misses to the left on her first try. Too much on the second. Free throw shooting an issue tonight for the Garnet, only 8 for 14 from the line. Kramer launches a three and she hits. Stiles wanted Perone to come to her, instead she cut the other way. A big defensive possession here for the Garnet, as Washington looks to tie or take the lead. Martin, pressured by Bandurek. Martin drives. Tribute with the help defense forces a tough shot there. Garnet go the other way. It's been interesting. The Garnet have consistently had Bandurek match up against the opposing team's point guard. Now she's turned it into a lot of steals. 3 of them tonight. Tribute, free path to the basket, banks it home. You generally expect that a shifty guard might just beat a forward around the edge, but Bandurek has really held her own defensively. Fouls Samuels that time. Her second of the night.
Our second, team second. At the line, shooting 2, number 21, Taylor Samuels.
Holmgren is going to come in for Bandurek. She's put in a long shift out there. Played nearly the entire third quarter. So Samuels makes both her free throws. 5 minutes and change left in the fourth quarter. Stiles shakes free of Martin. Tribute leaves it well short. Martin the other way. Samuels to tie it. Can't finish the layup. Gets a second chance, in and out again. Holmgren pulls it down, double teamed, and now the Garnet break. Perone off the Holmgren pick. Tribute drives, fouled by Samuels. Tribune now 3 for 3 from the line. Rattles the second home as well. 4-point lead for the Garnet. Long two. In and out from Kramer. Styles goes the other way. Tribute. Drives now out to Cronin. Shot clock winding down. Holmgren gets around the edge and it gets stuck between the rim and the backboard. So Garnet ball on the restart.
Swarthmore retains possession, 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Holmgren into Tribute. Shakes free of her defender. Oh, can't finish. Gets it back, and that's last touch by her. Unhappy there as she went up on the putback. Couldn't finish, would have given the Garnet a 6-point lead. Clark left open. Short on the three. Apparently that hit the baseline before. Could be tapped out off of Perone, so Garnet possession. Clark sitting on the hip of Styles there. Good defense from her. Tribute inside to Holmgren as she tried to slip to the basket. Cronin gets hit. Oh, they're going to call a jump ball. So Ben Turk back into the game, likely to close this one out. He's played 26 minutes now, 12 points, 3 boards, couple of blocks, 3 steals as well. Clark drives, count it, and one. Tribute called for the foul. It's going to be her third. Clark leaves it short. Tribute pulls it down into the hands of Styles. Quickly ahead, Clark comes in from behind to poke it away. It's a great sequence from her. Extra pass, Kramer the three, no good. And a loose ball foul goes against Cassidy Quattro, her fourth. So the fourth on Quattro. I've got to admit, I'm a little surprised by that call there. Let's call her perhaps for the grab on Holmgren. She hits her first from the line. Garnet in the bonus. Second good as well. Lead back up to 4 inside. 2.5 minutes to play. Clark right to the hoop, but it's off the rim. Loose ball picked up by Holmgren. Van Durk, they try to trap her on the sideline. She gets it to Styles. Tribute. Off the hands of Van Durk. fastball there that Dana just couldn't hang on to. Clark over to Kramer. Jones with the air ball. Fallen to the floor a few times now. Tribute straight ahead off the rim. Washington ball. Kramer kicks McLaughlin in the corner, short on the three. Gets her own board. McLaughlin straight ahead, can't hit the layup. Loose ball picked up by Holmgren. And Kramer's going to wrap up Styles. Seems a little early to be fouling. Still over a minute left to play. In my opinion, you've got to go for the defensive stop there, but seems to work out as Styles misses on her first. Second as well. Swarthmore's going to call timeout, up by 5. Full timeout on the floor, will step away. Five-point lead for the Garnet, minute 10 on the clock. Jacob Brady on the call here from Tarble Pavilion. The Garnet looking for their first win against the Shore Women since November 2016. Clark right to the basket, and she's going to shoot a couple at the line. Looks to me like Tribute was moving backwards there. Perhaps inside the restricted area. The foul is called before she started moving. 30-second timeout called by Washington. It was defense that definitely led the turnaround in the third quarter for the Garnet, outscoring the Shore Women 20-12. Good enough to take a 1-point lead. Part that was sparked by a steal and a coast-to-coast layup for Dana Bandurek. Cut the deficit to 3 and really gave the Garnet perhaps the hope that they needed to take the lead. A poor night shooting from Washington. Only 15 of 57 from the floor, taking way more shots than the Garnet have, but the Garnet have made 47% of theirs. Bandurek able to pick it up, gets fouled.
foul, Washington number 3, Caitlin Clark. Her third.
Clark card called for the foul.
Number 15, Dana Van Dyke.
Van Dyke hits her first. Good on the second as well. It's a 6-point lead for the Garnet. Clark. Given no space by Perone. She drives, splits a couple defenders, and the finger roll is good. Swarthmore now calls a timeout. Gives them the opportunity to advance the ball past half court. And we'll step away. Van Dyke to inbound with 34 seconds left. Tribute. Fouled. Couple of shots for her.
Washington foul number 13.
Chance to put the Garnet back up by 6.
Back in for Washington number 24, Emily Helms.
Too strong on her first shot. It's the Garnet trying to close out the Shore women. Hits on the second. Clark ahead quickly. Has to get off a shot. Can't hit on the layup. Over to Quattro. Misses for the 7th time tonight. Styles fouled. And with these shots, with these shots, she should put the game away. Misses her first. Hits on the second. Kramer right to the basket. And she makes it. Tribute inbounds to Siles. She's wrapped up.
Washington foul number 3, Caitlin Clark, her 4th. Washington is on the line. At the line, shooting 2, number 11.
Shot here would put the game out of reach. Theoretically, a 3-pointer with a foul would allow for a 4-point play. Is good on her first, and with that, the Garnet are going to hold on to hold off the Shore women. 61-55 as Tribute blocks the 3-pointer. The Garnet, their first win since 2016 over the Shore women. Over the last couple years, only conference foe they've been able to beat is Bryn Mawr. They'll extend that list tonight. Trailed by 7 after the second quarter and came roaring back in the second half. 2 20-point quarters to to put this game away. Some fantastic defense in that third, especially from Dana Bandurek, and the Garnet with a 6-point win. Leading the way, Bandurek with 14 points, 3 boards, couple of blocks, 3 steals as well. Lizzie Stiles, 12 points to her name. Kendall Tribute also in double digits with 11 to go along with 7 boards. Crystal Jones, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc, 17 points to pace the Shore women. And then Caitlin Clark, 14 points tonight as she continues her team-leading scoring pace on the season. But it's the Garnet who go to 2-3. Washington falls to 4-2, 1-2 in conference play. Thank you for joining us here on the Garnet Sports Network. This is Jacob Brady saying have a good night.